Hello, hello. Hello, everyone. I hope you are well. All right, let me turn this just a tiny bit. Get this out of the way. It's always interesting the comments I get. I got a comment this morning, actually, that said, I think she meant it in a nice way, but she said, you show up, you rub your hands and you wipe down your desk and you flash your nails. You're so strange. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you so much. Then she said, people should subscribe. It's like, well, yes, really? I put moisturizer on my hands before I come on. That's why I rub my hands and I flash my nails, because just for the fun of it. And I wipe down my desk because I have a cat who walks on my desk. So anyway, hello, everyone. And thank you for being here. Thank you so much to our moderators, our troll slayers. We have the best troll slayers on YouTube, on the internet, who literally make this possible, because otherwise it would just be awful. Awful. Some weird trolls haunting a lot of the readers at the moment, Salome. I hear you. Hello, Cappy's Mom. Hello, Jean. Hello, Texicana. Hello, Deborah. Sorry if I don't see your name right there. Stephen saying cleanliness is next to nirvana. I hear you. Laura, your opening habits make us feel at home. Good, good. Okay, sweet Melissa. Okay, I actually have a new deck to show you guys today, but everybody, and I mean everybody's asking for the cat tarot. So I actually have a cat tarot. I didn't think that you'd want me to use it for political stuff. Would you rather, you can have your choice of new decks today. Would you like the cat tarot, or would you like the surprise one that matches my nails? It's up to you. It's up to you. Oh, both. Surprise. I want the surprise. Okay. All right. Cat, kitty, cat, surprise, both, surprise. Okay, how about this? Would it be okay if I'll do the cap one tomorrow. I hear you. You could show us the cat deck and use the other. Okay. How about, I'll tell you what, I'll do the surprise deck today. I'll do the cat deck tomorrow. Is that okay? There are no meows nor hairballs involved, Stephen. Not to worry. Salome says you're not. I thought you were. Hang on. All right. Anybody who is new here, welcome. And just so you know, I do political readings here. Sometimes I do astrology. Mostly it's tarot. And we usually spend the first 10 minutes or so catching up, chatting. I gather questions that people are asking and make a list. And then from about 10 minutes on or so, I do all the readings and what have you, and then afterwards, usually at 1 o'clock, just after 1, at the end, I start putting in the timestamp, and you will find on all of these readings both in the description box and the pinned first comment will be a list of the questions we covered today, and the timestamp. You can just click and go straight to whatever question you're interested. Oh no, I'm a mod. Oh, I'm sorry, Salome. I thought you were saying that you wished you were, so I made you one. Sorry. Salome, darling Autumn, unblew me. I'm too naughty to be a mod. Okay, I will remove moderator. Sorry. Okay, but we've got... Okay, so I'm going to... Hello, Sienna. Sienna is another fellow reader here on YouTube, and anyone who does not subscribe to her, you are missing out. That woman is talent on 2 feet, let me tell you. Okay, so I'm looking at your comments so I can write these questions, so I can write these down. Yesterday's comments about the Senate. Moscow Mitch was bragging today that if Democrats get the White House, he will continue to stop all bills for the people from going through. Yes. Is that really a question, Lindy? Because yes, he will. He absolutely will. No question, no, nothing. Raining, snowing, rain. Talking about weather, scrolling down. Still talking about the weather. Hoping Mitch McConnell loses a seat, and then maybe we'll have a chance to get bills passed. Yeah, no kidding. Still looking. Okay, Autumn, can you read on if globally will all the countries stop depending on China for the cheaper meds and other stuff? Great question, Deborah. Okay, stop relying on China for meds, etc. Okay, definitely got that there. Still looking. Okay, everyone's saying hello. You guys are so great. You're so nice to each other. And that makes me so happy. Oh, salads. Good. Thanking the wonderful moderators and troll slayers. I'm with you on that. Sleep deprived? Texicon, I hope you get some rest. I do. Let's see here. Just scrolling, looking for questions. Celestial Seasonings. Sleepy time tea. It's so funny because if I'm it sets off my hay fever. Anyway, still looking. Weird trolls. Okay, we're back down to there. And yes, Troll Slayers Rock AQ. I am with you on that. I'm still looking for questions. Okay, not a lot of questions so far, but let's see. Going down, cat. Yep, surprise, cat. Surprise, cat. Surprise. Meow. Sarah's asking question, can I have a virtual hug? Absolutely. Big hug, Sarah. Big hug. Hang in there, whatever it is, you're a good person. Hang in there. Okay. Okay, judge has called out Barr in the Mueller report. Any consequences? Okay, let's ask about that. Stephen's asking. Judge calling out Barr on Mueller report. Yeah, because he was saying there was too much redacted and all this kind of thing. Consequences. Okay. Jean's asking for Trump and Kushner's latest ties with Deutchebank. Sure, okay. Let's see if anything's going to come of that. Deutchebank. Okay, and we are still, okay, we're at 9.5 minutes, so we can still keep looking here, or I can still keep looking here. Will Romney prevent the Hunter Biden witch hunt? I doubt anybody can at this point. They're just gonna harp on Hunter Biden. And honestly, it's kind of, actually, that's one thing I want to ask. Are other people going to be as numb to all of that Hunter Biden and Trump trolling and all of that as I'm feeling? Because I'm just feeling like it's like they're the teachers in the background in Peanuts. What 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 what. Who cares? Or Trump complaining about Biden gaffes. Glass house much? It's just it looks like they're going to try to use the same playbook that they used against Hillary and what have you. And I imagine I'm not the only person who's just like, I don't care anymore. You know? All right, I missed a couple of questions. Hang on. Hunter Biden tactic. Played out, overplayed, played out, over. Just over. And hello, Marcy. Let's see. Moscow Mitch, what is his fate? I've read on him a number of times, Salome. I'll read on him again soon. Moreau's asking, has Trump violated more women that is known in the news? I think we'd need a magic 8-ball on that one, and it would probably, let's see, magic 8-ball, probably yes. But I don't know. Okay, Deutchebank. Hello, Sandra. Okay, Hunter Biden nonsense. Is Russia promoting Bernie? Yes. Yeah, why baby, the intelligence community has already said they are. That book, Dark Towers, is all about the links to Deutchebank. True numbers of virus unknown, testing unavailable. Yeah, I could use some, Stephen, I could use some news from SDNY too. Because seriously, it's like, what are you guys doing over there? SDNY. Hello? Hello? Okay, I've got 5 questions here, so I'm going to start here. And scrolling down, will the White House pull the reins in on Trump if possible on his disinformation? Good luck. Good luck. Okay, so, all right, so I've gone down to the bottom here. All right, and I've got 5 questions. Okie dokie. Okay. All right, and we're at 13 and a half minutes. Okie dokie dokie dokie. All right, new deck. New deck today, new deck tomorrow. But today's deck, the hint is the brown nails. Because this is the one style that is absolutely associated with the color brown. Last chance to could guess. Dun dun dun. Actually, I got this for Christmas. Actually, but I've been, it was like, do I really want to mess up these, these cards with the, Trump energy? And after a while, it's like, oh yeah, I do, because I love this deck. This is a good deck, good solid deck. Ta-da! So, that's what we're using today. Okay. And actually, I'm just going to leave that up there. I don't know if you can see it, but we'll just leave that up there in case anybody comes in late and they're like, what deck is that? So you will know. I haven't created a link in the description box, but I'll do that right after the reading. Steampunk is off. Awesome. Okay, so, is it a poop deck? Well, if we're reading on the Trump administration, then yes. Okay. Oh, wow, that was loud. Okay, let's not do that again. Awesome nails. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Wondering Eyes. All right, we're reading on. Are we going to, is the world, are we going to stop, especially the U.S., let's specifically the U.S., are we going to stop relying on China for medication and other things like that? Or are we going to stop relying on China for medication and things like that? Personally, I wish we would stop relying on China to buy our national debt, and that we would actually do something about the, what are we up to, $20 trillion national debt? If nothing else, could we please repatriate it? Please. I mean, we had, during World War II, it was buy bonds. Buy bonds, you know? Why don't we have Americans owning our national debt if we're going to have national debt? We'll get the interest, and then we aren't going to turn against our own country and destroy our own economy. But anyway, 20 trillion doesn't even seem like a real number. I'm with you, Sienna. 22 trillion. Oh, good. It's higher. Oh, yeesh. You could sage the deck later, or maybe Clorox it. I hear you. Seriously, I'm kind of resolved to, maybe I might actually have to, like, just replace all my decks after, replace after my decks after the Trump era. All right, but we are at, almost 17. Okay, are we going to stop relying on China for meds and, well, manufacturing in general? I mean, are we going to stop relying on China so much for medication and lots of stuff? Are we going to stop relying on China so much for manufacturing, for things that, if we don't get, could really hurt us? I think that's really the key question here. Okay. Wow, I really have not used this deck for this. Okay. Card for the reading. 10 of Swords. Yeah, this could really hurt us if things go badly. Yeah, 10 of Swords. This could go very badly indeed. In the past, well, 4 of Cups. It's I mean, just look at the expression on his face. It's just they have the upper hand. And it also feels like people running businesses, because businesses are so many big businesses are so deeply tied to Wall Street, which demands quarterly results, that they make short-term decisions about things, whereas if they were making long-term decisions about things, it would be better for the environment, it would be better for the workers, it would be better for, you name it. But because they rely on Wall Street money so much, they were willing to kill our own manufacturing, and yeah, it's just not good. Not good. Center of the reading, Ace of Cups. A lot of emotion. This is a lot of emotion, but it's also, this is also allowed, the one upside, which is a short-term gain, is that it has allowed many people to have a slightly better standard of living in the sense of stuff they have. But it's all very much short-term. And it ultimately causes as many tears as it does create lovely little fountains for people to put in their little yards. If they have little yards, if they have any yards. Base of the reading, we have the Queen of Pentacles. I love this deck. We have the Queen of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. So, again, we have neat little knickknacks and bits and pieces, and I know one of the things we were talking about here is about medication, but this is related. Yeah, it's just, and it's the illusion of wealth with all the knickknacks and stuff. Queen of Pentacles. Pentacles is material things, money. Yep. Above the reading, we have the Devil, and we have the Knight of Swords. And this is vice. This is, you know, trying to combat that monster, and you know, creating a monster and having to combat it. So, yeah, it's kind of it's very much a deal with the devil. All right, so near future. Near future, we have the Seven of Swords and the Six of Wands. Traditionally, this is a victory card. It's in Rider-Waite. This is a victory card. Seven of Swords. This feels like us, the way people are kind of stocking up on things and tucking them away. And honestly, I have a Cancer moon in the second house, so I need to have, I have my little pantry in the basement, these shelves, with extra this, that, and everything else. Not a lot, but definitely, like, at any point, I'm good for a certain amount of time. And that, and the fact that I'm a germaphobe, basically, and it's like, oh, I guess I'm not, you know, I don't have OCD, I have a skill set. So anyway, yeah, it's us tucking things away, right? But this victory card, it honestly, it feels like a victory. This pandemic is not, every card I've ever pulled on this thing is that it's not going to be as bad as people fear. It is not the Spanish flu. So anyway, it just, people are stocking up, but this doesn't feel like a permanent, you know, post-apocalyptic kind of, no. But people are definitely stocking up and tucking things away. To me, it's just a Tuesday. I don't, I'm literally not doing anything different, and I'm fine, you know? All right, home environment. We have the King of Cups. And people are feeling more emotional, I think, than normal, but mostly there's calm. I mean, there really is. People are still living, people are still, you know, maybe they're making small adjustments, but it's not, you know, it's still just kind of hanging in there, just kind of doing their thing. Maybe they stay home a little bit more often, but, you know, it's not doom and gloom and what have you. So we're doing okay. Hopes and fears. Seven of Wands. Fear that we're going to have to end up be very defensive against all things China. That's always the fear. Whether it's, what is it, somebody who called it the other day, the beer bug, or it's them turning on us about economic things or what have you. That's the fear. That's not a hope. There's no hope side of that, because neither side wants to go to fight, to argue. What other people see, what outsiders see, it's the King of Pentacles. Again, this goes back to our, you know, our stuff and our having nice stuff. So that goes back to that. All right, final outcome, because this is near future, and it's this feels like, it feels like the water isn't as smooth as glass. There are some waves, but it's not like ocean waves or let alone tsunami. It's a little disturbance, but it's not massive. Salome, something. I'm jumping in the middle of this conversation. It says something like, "But no toilet paper. Oh well." I have 3 packs like this downstairs at all times, so I don't. I'm good. You know. Anyway, told you. You so would, yeah. I would. All right. Final outcome. Here we have the Knight of Wands. And we have the Hierophant. And we have the Six of Cups. I'm actually getting a good feeling about this. There's still worry. There's still worry about if this feels like intelligence matters and in the future, and you know, the difficulties between countries that are relatively normal, unfortunately. But this is Hierophant, things going normally. Six of Cups. This is actually at some point in the future. What I'm actually getting is that there's more openness in China. There's more of a situation where we can actually work together, and without it being as fraught and as economically and morally dangerous, you know, with the way some of the workers are treated, that the manufacturing there's more working together. And it does feel like some distribution of manufacturing more around the world. You know, this just feels like intelligent stuff, not nothing. I'm not feeling anything horrendous here. Let me pull a few more cards, but I'm just not feeling. Here. I live in South Florida. Feels like what we do for hurricane prep. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So any more information? Got the Temperance card. Yeah, Temperance. Two of Pentacles. So in the short term, things being topsy-turvy, like I said, where you've got the water isn't completely like glass smooth, but it's not a, you know, tsunami, certainly nothing like that. But then we have this card of partnership, and oh, we have the Hangman. That feels good. That feels like us finding other trading partners, or relying more on other trading partners. But the Hanged Man, what is this Hanged Man about? Because this is the only thing here I'm getting that isn't, you know, will be okay. What's going on with this Hanged Man? Page of Swords. And the Five of Cups. Business. You know how I mentioned businesses being so tied to Wall Street and quarterly results and all this kind of stuff? To make the changes, a shift away from all that focus on the quarterly results and the stock market. That's a Page of Swords. It's starting something, this new adventure, this new, you know, viewpoint, this new higher viewpoint. It's going to cause some difficulties for the way business is done now. But then again, business the way it's being done now is changing anyway. Like on this channel, or I have this channel is part of my small business, and my small business is a 10% charity company. My gross income, not even like net profits, or no, gross income, 10% of my gross income goes to Feeding America, which is they supply food to food banks all over the country for the hungry. And it's becoming less unusual, I think. It's still, it's still something I have to explain, but it's not as bizarre as it was. There are more companies who are basing themselves on helping those who are really hurting. So it's Ace of Wands, taking the initiative, taking action to help those. So businesses taking action to help the less fortunate, and it just becoming a part of normal business. So that is what I'm getting for, are we going to keep relying on China? And to some extent a little bit here. We got a little bit on the future of business in the United States and probably the world. So we are at about 32. Let's change over to 32. Okay, the judge was calling out Barr about the Mueller report. And will there be consequences for that? Thank you, SAS 78. Let's see here. Okay, so a judge calling out Barr on the Mueller report consequences. Yeah, and I've got to do I've got to, speaking of my business, just as I'm shuffling here, I'm going to have to do, I don't know, I'll start doing some social media stuff, or I'm not sure what, because my viewership is on a slow decline, and it's like, oh, well, I'll be able to give as much money, but yeah, my own fault. If business isn't improving, that is down to me and what I'm doing, which needs to change. Okie dokie. We'll make this 33. Judge calling out Barr. Okay. Are there going to be consequences for Barr? But are there going to be consequences in general? Not only for Barr, but for instance, will the judge demand that more be released? More of the unredacted Mueller report be released to Congress and or the public? Will Barr get in trouble? But ultimately, more than I want Barr to be in trouble, I want the information, as much information as much information as possible. So that's, and Sandra, I'm working on that right now. I'm trying to figure out the best time to do that, just so you know. Okay, so Barr, Judge Barr. Oh, yep, face full of gunk. Ugh. Yeah. Face first into that nasty energetic pond. Scum topped. Ugh. Barr, Judge, Mueller report. Thank you, the Bonds. I appreciate that. I really do. My hero. Thank you. It's adorable. Thank you. Okay. Queen of Wands. Does anybody knows Judge male or female? Because this is someone who looks like they are not impressed. He asked a review of redacted portions. That's good. Good. Yeah, Queen of Wands. She's, not impressed. She looks like me. That's my style. Well, then you probably look fantastic. That's my guess. Okay. All right. In the past, Three of Cups. This was very much Barr and his cronies making Trump happy and hiding things. And, you know, the same, it's not the same, of course, different topic, but it's the same sort of energy as McConnell saying, told that president, you're not going to put anybody on the Supreme Court, you know, that kind of arrogant, wrong nastiness. Center of the reading, that is the Two of Wands. That is looking over the whole of the subject, the matter. Usually the Two of Wands, it's the guy holding the globe. Well, that's looking over the whole of the matter is the center of this, not just parts. All right, base of the reading, we have Two of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. Oh, yuck. What is this ickiness on my... Ugh. Ugh. Yuck. Ugh. Seriously, the energy's awful. It's particularly nasty. I don't know if I'm just being more sensitive today or yuck. Base of the reading, I'm trying to juggle everything to keep the Trump administration and the Republicans in a place of power, sitting pretty. This is doing the hard slog and trying to balance everything to keep a positive status quo for the Republicans, especially Trump. Ugh. It's from the big potato head. The evil potato himself. Above the reading, we have the Queen of Swords and we have the Empress. So this is America, because I get the Empress for America, which makes sense because our sun is in Cancer, which is the big mom of the zodiac. So we have the Empress and then we have the Queen of Swords. And this is often a card of investigations. So this is America wanting, it's like, well, you investigated, let's, you know, what happened? Tell us. Okie dokie. Near future. Oh dear. Okay, well, no, this could be good. Seven of Cups and the Lovers. So this is the illusion and delusion. This is the garbage Trump did and the stuff that Barr is hiding, and the stuff people around Barr did that they're hiding. This Lovers card, well, Barr did it because I swear he has the weirdest hero worship of Trump. The energy between them is just, no, the energy from him to Trump is just weird. Bismuth saying his energy is so dark and slimy, I'm shocked the slime doesn't ooze from your cards, Autumn. I hear you. Yeesh. Thank you, Alternative Health Digital. Yeah, Barr's feelings towards her, it's just weird. It's this, no one question the Fuhrer. How dare you question the Fuhrer? I am, you know, Renfield. Salome, that is the perfect, he is Renfield. That is that perfect. Igor, yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Barr just wants to worship and obey. Yeah, it's that weird Renfield. Ugh. Home environments. Oh, King of Pentacles. Yep. Keep the Republicans, you know, in king of their domains kind of thing. Hopes and fears. Page of Wands is the hopes and fears. And it's the mechanisms. You see the thing on her head and this thing on her arm. It feels like mechanisms being put into... Oh, Celtic Witch Tarot, thank you so much. You guys are so good to me. Anyway, I should get back to the reading though. The mechanisms being brought to bear on the situation. that would release this information. And what we see as the outsiders, Seven of Pentacles, we see that there's a whole lot there. We see that there was a whole lot of information, investigations, information turned up, interviews. There's just a lot that we haven't seen. Final outcome, World card, Justice card, King of Swords, that's an investigator. Ho, ho, ho. Oh, I hope this is right. Oh, I want this to be right. Because this is the whole enchilada to be released. What was investigated being released. The judge saying this is how it's going to be. I mean, there might be a couple of, I would think there would still be a couple of things in there that would be redacted, that are actually should be redacted, just for if there is the odd thing here or there that is about sources and methods and, national intelligence or national security. But this whole enchilada and this energy feels completely opposite this Renfield to Trump's Dracula hero worship. This feels like this is how it is, Renfield looking up adoringly, and it's like, no. Oh gosh, please let this be right. The energy is very strong. And there are some readings I do where the answer I get, it's like, oh, if I can, I know that, I'm reading on the collective energy. I have guides who are trying to help me to pass on the best information possible. But there are some readings where I'm just like, oh, please. Oh, please. Oh, please. Okie dokie. So, all right. 43. I'm going to be using these cards a lot. I like these cards. But anyway. All right. Trump and Kushner's tied to Deutchebank. That is what is up next. You can almost feel that energy. It's nice energy. Cards suit you. Thank you. You are so talented. They would love your feedback. Are you talking to me, Jean? Tell the people who made the cards? Okay. Illustrated by Ali Fell. It's Barbara Moore and Ali Fell. So they're great cards. Like I said, I'll get the link right when I'm done here, and I'll put it in the description box with the links to the other cards. Yes, please use these cards more often. I'm going to. I really like them. Okay. Oh, she means other readers, you should collaborate. Sienna and I have talked about the possibility of doing that, and Johnny seems like a sweetheart. I don't know if he'd be interested. I could try to reach out to him, but we'll see. I'm talking to you, Autumn. You are too shy and humble. Well, you're sweet. I don't feel humble. I just know my limitations. Anyway. All right, we are at almost. Well, we're kind of at 40. Well, I'll put 45. Trump and Kushner's ties to Deutchebank. The energy on this, it just makes me. I'm feeling like anger. That's what this. It's like this is. the energy around this is like, if you really knew all of it, you would be so angry. That's what it feels like. So, oh, and don't forget, I believe on Sunday, daylight savings time begins in those places that are still ridiculously have it. I've lived places where it didn't have daylight savings time. It made a lot more sense, but no. Most of the country, we have daylight savings time. But anyway, it starts this Sunday. Trump, Kushner, Deutchebank. Thank you, Loris. You guys really are really good to me. Thank you. Trump, Kushner, Deutsche. Oh yeah, this is. You have got to be kidding me. They have been. They are con artists and thieves. That's what this feels like. They have no morals. It's about the money. And yeah. I can't wrap my head around that. Just how can you sleep at night? How can anybody sleep at night? You know, because it's like the image I'm getting, all that Trump and Kushner wealth, it's like it's blood money. Because so much of it is linked into money laundering. And the whole point of money laundering is it's money that has caused, like, it's like with Russian money laundering, you basically have oligarchs who've taken all of this money from the people. And in doing that so that they can be multi-billionaires, you literally have these huge swaths of people who children are going hungry, and people who can't, like, the economy can't work, and they can't get medicines they need, and they can't get food that they need, and they can't get housing that they need, and they don't have opportunities, and children fall into crime, and then these people are spreading this blood money all over the world, and people like Trump and Kushner are using it. And so all their talk about, and their pride that they are so rich and they are so above everybody, and it's disgusting. It's absolutely, yeah, steal from the poor. I'm just having a quick look at your comments, but it's act like mobsters. Yeah, this is Trump's money. Trump and Kushner, their money's blood money, and that's what it feels like. Anyway. King of Pentacles. A weed of crime that bears bitter fruit. Crime does not pay. Or it does, but yeah, this is, I don't know why, I'm feeling more like when people, it's not just like Dark Towers, it's that and more. That book that's about this, there's more, and it's disgusting. And in future, it feels like in future we are going to, in the same way that companies are becoming more green conscious, more socially conscious, in the same way that today we know the difference between like blood diamonds and non-blood diamonds, there's people in the future are going to be even that and more aware of the difference between the blood rich, the blood money rich, and those who have whatever wealth they have. In the past, 8 of Cups, making the system work for them, which you can do if you have no morals. If you just take out the morals, we'll just get rid of that one. Yeah, it all works. Yeah. Yuck. Center of the reading, we have the Sun. And that, my friends, feels very much like all of this coming to light. All of it. Or the potential for all of it, because it hasn't come to light yet. I wish that was in the final outcome, but we'll get there. All right, base of the reading, we have the 5 of Wands and we have the Knight of Cups. This is lower level, this feels like lower level stuff. So this would be the mobsters, this would be the, like the street fighters who end up with more money than the absolute dirt poor people living around them, because they're thugs and thieves and bullies, and so it's like it's like the low level of what ultimately they're doing, which is the higher level of that. Above the reading, we have the 9 of Wands and the 5 of Swords. And this feels like, looking through this spyglass right here, this very much Foundry, this feels like people who have the watchdogs over the financial engines of the world, as they are right now. And the 5 of Swords is traditionally, it's an insult to injury card. In this case, it feels like people buying things that are that can draw blood, that are dangerous, but it makes them feel safe. Money can make you feel safe. It gives you options. But this is people dealing kind of like in arms dealers kind of thing. But this is someone looking after that. Thank you, Sandra. All right, near future, we have the Hierophant, and the 3 of Swords. So this is government regulation. This feels like government regulators causing heartache. So which way? Well, let's look at these 3 cards here, and then we'll look at the final outcome. We'll find out whose heartache that is. Home environment, 6 of Swords. This very much feels like, in the same way in the zombie deck, I get the Prince of, is it Pentacles? Or I forget the one where he's it's the zombie on the surfboard. But he's like a young, cool zombie on the surfboard. It's this kind of, I have so much money and I'm so all that I get my cool toys and my cool, stuff. And with all of these sharp points, and I can go forward and spout whatever selfish, self-centered, bigoted, racist garbage I want to spout, because I have money, therefore I'm smarter, and hopes and fears. 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is just wanting, the family and the empire. It actually feels like empire. What we see, what outsiders see, Knight of Swords, this is Trump and Kushner and Deutchebank, them all being investigated in great and small ways. All right, so when the establishment causes heartache, Who's heartache? I'll throw 2 cards on that, and then we'll look at the final outcome. Who is heartache? Establishment is going to cause heartache. Devil, Queen of Swords. That's investigations. That's investigations into the monster. That's heartache. That's their heartache. Establishment investigators causing heartbreak about that. Yeah, okay. Final outcome. Queen of Pentacles. This would be, in the Rider-Waite deck, I get the Queen of Cups for Ivanka. I want to say, isn't she a Scorpio? That might be why. I can't remember. But Queen of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. So the final outcome is, this is the, Ivanka with her incredibly fake, breathy voice and her new haircut and all of the look at me. But there are new agreements, new ways of working on things, this is often, 6 of Cups is often a card of nostalgia, but in this one it doesn't feel like the past. It feels like the future with people taking more power onto themselves instead of just the super wealthy. Wheel of Fortune. What goes around comes around. And there's a time and a place for everything, and this is a change. This is a big, fundamental change, permanent change. Like Age of Aquarius, this equality is where we're headed for the next 2,000 years kind of thing. But in the short term, like in our lifetimes, in the next few years, what have you, it's like do you guys remember, there was a Metropolis, the movie Metropolis, where you had the super wealthy, and then you had the really, really poor people, the workers. That's what this feels like. That feels like Metropolis. But then you get the people working. So what I'm getting is things are going to change. Things are going to change in business, and things are going to change in regulation. So thank you for being here. Let's see. Do I have time? Let me at least throw a few cards on. Is everybody going to, are people going to generally be as fed up and ignore the Hunter Biden stuff as much as kind of I feel? Because maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me who's like, whatever. What? I don't care. I don't care what I don't care what Trump says at this point. I don't care. He wants to bait Sanders into being mad. He wants to insult whomever he wants to. I don't care. Don't care. It's just noise. It's just noise. He's just vile and awful. Okay. So is it just me? Is it just me? Or am I actually tapping into the energy of the general electorate being like, whatever, Trump has exhausted us all, and we know he's same old playbook, and how are the American people going to feel about the whole Hunter Biden garbage? But anyway, 3 of Wands. Oh, asking for overseas help, anybody? But it's also what goes around comes around. Because this is, remember, the ships coming in, that's usually what this stands for. But this is also looking for overseas help. I love these lanterns. But anyway, that's that. But 6 of Swords. Yeah, the playing. It just feels like the playing of Trump and his ilk. We have 4 of Wands. This feels like setting up for an election. Often this is like my cruise ship card or whatever, but no, this feels like setting up for the election. And cookie cutter, I know this person is an artisan, but this feels like a cookie cutter way of fighting things. Insult to injury. Oh man, Trump's gonna go to town, not just on Biden's gaffes. He's gonna go to town on Biden's stutter. And I'm not saying that's absolutely definitely 100% it's going to be Biden. I'm just saying that feels like Trump going absolutely to town on Biden's stutter in general. And that's just pathetic. Ace of Swords. Oh, investigations. Reviving, kind of like a Frankenstein monster reviving the investigations. Yeah, that's the same playbook. This is all Trump. This is all the same playbook. This doesn't answer my question. This is what Trump's doing, what the Republicans are doing. Let me see if I can, how are people going to respond to that? How are the American people going to feel about this and respond to this overall? How are voters going to respond to this overall? Five of Swords. Arms dealing, that feels like, which we were talking about earlier. Oh, okay, Page of Swords, Devil, Ace of Cups. Oh, that is a huge groundswell of Democratic support. The Moon. Oh, that really is frustrating. It's actually scaring. The polls start scaring Republicans. Death card. There are still investigations in the background. They're smaller. They're not major arcana. Because of these 5 cards, 3 of these are major arcana. This is not one of them, but it's like smaller and it's in the background, but there's still investigations back there. And then there's Trump's horrible way of doing things and the Republican thing, but using that same playbook, it causes a huge upswell of Democratic support, which scares the heck, the polling, the internal polling specifically, starts scaring the heck out of the Republicans. And it hurts them. Let me just double check. If anybody is new or relatively new, when I start getting answers that seem really, really like, wow, really good, I start going, no, I get a little, I want to make sure I don't read what I want to read, because heaven knows I get, good stuff happening to bad people too. But this Death card, I've got the 4 of Swords, I've got the Queen of Swords, and I've got the 8 of Swords. Usually I get, the sword cards are usually for air signs, and the air signs are signs of communication, like Gemini, the talker of the zodiac. So this moon, but this Death card, that's a whole lot of argument back and forth, but this is information. It is a lot of media stuff too, but this is not in Republicans' favor. Double check that. People will not care. Cheating and meanness is pretty predictable. Yep. Oh, look. It's Ivanka. It's Ivanka's type of person, which is a shame. See, this is the thing. This is why I wasn't in a hurry to use this deck with this, because normally I love this. This is a beautiful card, but now to me it's just, it's Ivanka. Ugh. Yuck. And this is the arms dealer now, and yeah. Judgment. Illusion and delusion. Oh, this judgment and this Eight of Wands feels like it's coming for this illusion and delusion. But is this, I don't know why I didn't just do a full overloaded Celtic, because I just don't seem to get enough cards. More cards. Four of Pentacles. Five of Wands. King of Cups. Yeah, this Eight of Wands. It's fighting in general between the two sides. Campaign finance violations, really nasty trolls on the internet, but Democrats looking strong. So I think they are going to, I think people are in general it's like been there, done that. They're using the same playbook, and it's, yeah, Gene, I'm with you. That fake breathy voice is just nails on a chalkboard. I would pay good money to watch Biden and Trump go at it, says Celtic Witch Tarot. I hear you. I don't know if he's still, I don't know if his health is still up to it, but I do remember, I will say I do remember when Biden had that one debate with Paul Ryan, vice presidential debate with Paul Ryan. Man, did he just run circles and wipe the floor with Ryan. I remember that. It was fantastic. Anyway. All right, and last thing, I'm going to throw just a few cards, hopefully just a few, but what's going on with the SDNY? Hello? See, even the fan's complaining. Quit that. Shh. Just throw a few cards on the SDNY. Come on. Gonna do something here, or what? SDNY. Okay, Queen of Swords, Letitia James. Eight of Cups, at their lack of moral, their strategies for making money. Four of Wands. They know an election's coming. Hopefully that wouldn't matter, but Ace of Wands, taking action. Okay. Strength. It feels like they are crossing T's and dotting I's to make sure when they act, it is rock solid. And this isn't the election. This isn't the decision card. This is setting up for the election. So I'm hoping they do something before the election, because that's what it feels like, this happening with the setup, not the... But they're there, and when it comes out, it is going to be a lot of documents, things you can't argue. All right, a couple more cards. You know me, more cards is better. Heartbreak. Two of Wands, the whole of the thing. Two of Pentacles. It destabilizes. This feels like the Trump. Again, I don't like when cards are too positive, but this feels like the Trump. This is the strength of the case, and it feels like it really destabilizing the Trump business, Trump world. I hope it's true. I hope it's true. That's what I'm getting. Please let it be true. It's what it feels like, but you know, I get when the cards are just too perfect, I'm like, okay, all right, grain of salt, because I don't want to get my hopes up too high, because sometimes things happen later than we want them to, and heaven knows we've been through years of Trump garbage now. But yeah, SDNY needs to bite, exactly. But that was very clear that when they do, that they are going to, and when they do, it's going to be rock solid. So thank you for being here. Thank you for everything. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. And thank you so to our troll slayers. You make this would not be possible without you. Thank you, moderators. You are great. Oh, I'm glad you like the new deck. Thank you, and thank you for watching. All right, and I'm going to be back here tomorrow, and I'll pull out the cat deck. Let me open this up here, and because I have this one. So tomorrow, I'll have to wear some purple nails or something. We'll go through they're still pretty stiff. Okay, they're still very stiff, but we'll go through the cat tarot. All right, so this is tomorrow. Tuna time. Tuna. It will be tuna time tomorrow. Maybe I can get Boo Boo Kitty. Boo Boo's and Kitty down here. So, all right. But you guys have a great day. All right, and I will. Yeah, Boo Boo's and Kitty. He's up there. He's sleeping. He's sleeping. All right, but we'll go over this tomorrow. We'll use these tomorrow, and we're gonna make it through this. We are. We're gonna be okay. So just hang in there. Just hang in there. You guys are great. And you just think about how much you've already made it through. You've made it through so much, and you should be proud of yourself for that. Really. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.